All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome to your daily dose of awesome. Your life 50 minutes daily motivation, inspiration, and education so you can get your day started right. Now, today's topic is on how to create exponential growth in your network marketing or home-based business, even when you feel stuck. So, I've been talking to, I talk to people all the time in this space, and at times we can feel like we're not getting anywhere. We feel stuck. We're not making the progress we want to make. Whatever icky feeling you get when it comes to trying to build your business but just not making forward, I want to show you a way that's worked for me every single time to not only get unstuck but actually create exponential growth out of that state of stuckness. So if you're down with that, let's hop in. I want to make sure we are live here with on our Facebook fan page. Okay, still loading. There we go. So our Facebook fan page. What is up, everybody? How's it going? All right, so let me just hop right into my intro here before we get into the content on how to get unstuck and create exponential growth in your business. Now, my name is Fernie Ceballos. I'm a lead generation and online marketing expert specializing in helping home business owners, that's network marketers, affiliate marketers, direct sellers, multiply their incomes using the internet. Now, I built my first six-figure network marketing business within a couple of years of finding this community and learning the strategies taught inside Elite Marketing Pro. And over the past 10 years, I've been responsible for over $11 million in gross income into my home businesses and have helped our clients produce hundreds of millions of dollars more in their personal incomes in their businesses in the network marketing, direct selling, and internet marketing and affiliate marketing space. Now, if you're new to our training, I highly recommend you subscribe to these daily lives. We do them every single day, Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. And, we have six-figure guests, seven-figure guests, even eight-figure guests come on to instill value in you. So I highly recommend you subscribe, and it's actually very simple. On the top right corner of this video, you click there, and a little dot ellipsis symbol will show up. Click on that. A menu will pop up. You'll want to follow us and also turn on notifications so that every time we go live or put up a new video, you get notified. You get a little ping on your phone. And you can either choose to join us live or choose to watch the recording later. I recommend joining us live because it's just a lot more fun. We get to interact with you, and I get to see your faces and names and get to know who's in this community. And so, also, if you're watching this on desktop, you can simply go to the logo right above the description, go to our fan page, and there you can choose to like our fan page and also use the following button. There's a pull-down menu there where you can actually turn on notifications there as well, so you get notified every time we go live or post new content. I highly recommend you subscribe to these lives. Again, you're just by subscribing and just by liking our fan page, you're going to get access to a treasure trove of content from six-figure, seven-figure, and eight-figure earners in the home business arena. So, with that said, what's up, everybody? How's it going, man? Hey, Vincenzo, Michelle, Michael, Cynthia, hello. Thomas, Emily, hello, awesome guys. Thanks for being on. All right, so this first live. So the rest of the week, I'm actually not going to be doing Daily Dose of Awesome. Chef Katrina will be filling in and bringing on a special guest because I actually will be traveling. In fact, this live actually has a lot to do with the reasons I've been traveling so much lately. And so when I'm going to share three stories as to parts in my life when I felt like I was stuck and not making the progress that I should, and the things that kind of got me out of that rut. First and foremost, in 2007, I was trying to build my network marketing business. I had found attraction marketing and made some progress, but I just felt stuck. I was actually spending more money than I was making in both my network marketing business and with my online efforts. And it just, it didn't seem like it was coming together. Like those doubts were seeping in that maybe you deal with now as you're building your business. It's like, can I really do this? Is it really possible? Is this kind of like a pipe dream? Because unless you see it, unless it happens, it's really hard to believe that it's going to happen. And so what happened is a friend of mine from work, invited me to a meeting, and that meeting turned out to be a meeting, an introduction for the Landmark Forum. And I had done a lot of personal development, read a lot of personal books, tapes, etc., from various authors and speakers on leadership, personal development, becoming a better person. discipline, etc. But all of it seemed kind of just hazy and fuzzy. And it wasn't until I actually got to the Landmark Forum and went through their curriculum that I gained clarity. That really I had an opportunity to look inward as opposed to looking for answers outward. I was able to actually look inward in a non-fuzzy way. No, this is not like new agey in any way. But I got to look inward into some of my habits and why those habits were there, and what I can do to actually alter those habits. And so getting really real and honest with myself, and that was an opportunity for me to invest in myself. I actually I went out and sought mentors that were at the Landmark Forum. I thank that friend, that coworker, every single day for how he changed my life, because literally the next year, a year later after the Landmark Forum, exponential growth happened in my business. I was able to quit my job and take that next leap in my business. By no means was I rich by any means, but I was making enough so that I was able to take that next step in my business and quit my job and give myself that extra freedom. The following year, I had my business partner and I had an opportunity. So again, more struggle. That first year not being at my job was a real grind because barely scraping by, barely making enough money to survive with our online business, and so that was interesting. And so, what we did then was pretty interesting. We actually started seeking mentorship because we realized that we're just fumbling around with a lot of different things. We need to actually connect with somebody and get mentorship. A couple of those mentors were, of course, Mike Dillard and Term Irway, but we needed something formal. And so that formal program came in the form of a mastermind with a gentleman by the name of John Keel. And basically, John was willing to show us his entire business model. He literally gave us a blueprint of his entire business and gave us full permission to copy it or copy parts of it or whatever. This mastermind, a year-long mastermind, mentorship program, actually, not really, also a mastermind. We got to go to events and be directly mentored. But the cool thing is that he gave us that blueprint. And at a point where we were struggling, we chose to invest $60,000. And fortunately, he let us do it in payments. But we made a commitment to invest $60,000, money we didn't have, with somebody that was willing to actually let us look behind the curtain and copy his exact business model, give us all the documents he uses to operate his business. And literally 9 months later, my business partner and I had our first $700,000 month. 9 months later, you make $700,000 in a month. Now, that's exponential growth, and that wouldn't have happened if that mentorship hadn't taken place. And I'm going to tell you what happens in between in a minute. I'm just giving you some examples. The final thing is more recently, because once you get to a certain point, you get running a company, running a business, you're doing a lot of things. You have a lot of responsibility, and you can start fall into the trap of using excuses as to why you're not going to seeking out mentorship, going to certain events, consulting with certain people, etc. And admittedly, for the previous 2 years before this past year, I was actually kind of in that mode. It's like, we got a company to run. I don't have time to go out and do all these other events and mentorship programs and whatever. We got to batten down the hatches and make sure that we grow this business. And that worked to a certain extent. Being dedicated to your business and doing that definitely works. And we had great growth. But however, there was still something missing. We weren't having the growth that we wanted to. And mid last year, for some reason, I just started looking at some other options. And one of the key turning points that recently has led to incredible growth here at Elite Marketing Pro was myself having made the commitment, thanks to referral from Rudy and Joshua, our coaching team, to go to the Keith Cunningham Mastermind. You guys have hopefully, if you've been watching the Daily Dose of Awesome a couple months back, I did some lives on my experience at the Keith Cunningham Masterminds. Keith Cunningham is the mentor of Robert Kiyosaki. And so I sat in a boardroom. Essentially, it's called the Chairman's Council, and we actually, multi-million-dollar business owners sit around at the table, including myself, and we get to, one at a time, we each present, and get to present to each other as if we're each other's board members. And so there's, kind of very intimidating. It was actually, I had to, think about, I had to do a lot of preparation for that presentation, reveal everything about our business, the good, bad, ugly, whatever. And that's what everybody did as well. And so out of that mastermind, 3 days of just listening to other people and also them listening to ideas, I came out with 1 major objective and 3 minors. That's what they call them. And so I had gained clarity in what it is that we needed to do here at EMP in order to grow and reach our potential. In each of these instances, exponential growth happened as a result of investing in coaching and mentorship. And I want to break down exactly what happens during these type of mentorship programs, so you guys know how to recognize these opportunities when they present themselves, whether it's an opportunity to sit down for a cup of coffee with somebody or whatever. Or if it's something more formal. We offer mentorship programs here at Elite Marketing Pro. In fact, every single customer, you buy an ebook from us, a membership from us, we give you mentorship. We actually invest our resources to help you one-on-one over the phone. And so we believe so strongly in mentorship. It's actually part of our business model because there's nothing else that's going to make that much of a difference. And so here's what happens in mentorship programs in order to create this type of growth. First and foremost, when you're in a mentorship program, when you're sitting across a room at an event or sitting or talking on the phone with a mentor, first and foremost, you're presenting your ideas. So whatever ideas you have, you kind of just present them. And that was part of the presentation that I did recently at the Keith Cunningham Mastermind. I presented what I thought I should be doing, or we should be doing in order to kind of expand and grow our business and make it more profitable. The other thing is ideas were provided. So a mentor, or in this case of the Chairman's Council, a lot of mentors, provided ideas. And eventually, as the discussion happens, the ideas settle on something that pretty much for the most part, most people agree with, including myself. Now, this doesn't just kind of happen right away. You have, you argue your ideas. You argue for and against ideas that are presented as a person. So being in mentorship doesn't mean you kind of just shut up and take it. You do want to question why you should be doing things. You don't want to push too hard, of course, because your mentor probably knows more than you. However, you do want to kind of intellectually refute some of those ideas, if for no other reason, just to make sure that they're solid ideas. And so that's what happened. We for about 2 hours at this Chairman's Council recently, I presented some ideas. They came back with some more ideas. I pushed back on a few of those ideas because I didn't think they understood our business model well enough. So I re-explained a few things, and then went back and forth. And eventually, what happened is I came out of that mastermind with 1 major objective and three minors. And so that was came out of that mastermind. Now, what happened as a result of that was number 2. There was a clarity of a path forward. There was a plan in place that both my mentors and myself agreed on. And so number 1 is you present ideas and you argue those ideas. Both your mentors are presenting ideas and you're presenting ideas. Number 2, you agree on a path forward. So there's clarity on what you should be doing next and what that path forward should look like. And the plan should be quarterly. And so a lot of people like to create plans that are for the entire year, etc. Quarterly plans seem to be something that are more digestible, and that's certainly what happened with the Keith Cunningham Mastermind. We do talk about long-term goals, but the ones that are most that we pursue most aggressively are the ones that are quarterly, or basically over the next 3 months. So I gained clarity on that path forward. Number 3, there was accountability for that path forward. What happened with the Keith Cunningham Mastermind, and I've kind of just been seeing happen, is that there were set checkpoints for accountability. Basically a month and a half after that mastermind, we had to actually email a report to every single board member, every single person that was at that mastermind. We had to email that report and say, this is our progress. This our coming out of that meeting, we had our 1 major objective and 3 minor objectives. How are we doing with those objectives? We have to report and be brutally honest with those objectives. And so there was a checkpoint. And also throughout every 2 weeks, we also have calls with people that we chose at that Chairman's Council to kind of just get updates, and we hold each other accountable intermittently. But also, we have to report to Keith to our mentor and our other mentors that are also our colleagues. Basically a month out, and that was interesting. That was when I had the aha. So in a month and a half from now, I'm actually going to be going for another board meeting. I'm actually going to be going to Austin again and sit at that board meeting. But what was fascinating about what happened is that after a month and a half, you guys probably saw some of the results of these changes. You guys saw that we made a few changes here at EMP. A lot of those big changes came out of this Keith Cunningham mastermind, and I didn't actually even realize how much I was sticking to the plan until I had to report, and all the goals that I had set out to achieve for the business and the objectives, the majors and the minors that came out of that, were actually mostly done after a month and a half coming out of that mastermind, and it was almost unconscious. Because it was like, yeah, okay, so I'm thinking of these are the things we need to do. But what's interesting is because there were these three things in place as part of this mentorship program, we presented ideas, we gained clarity on the path forward, and there was a plan for accountability for that path forward. That created the structure where I didn't have to exert too much effort to make sure that the plan was set in motion. And so for me, that gave me some insights as to what mentorship programs how they should actually be structured. They should actually have those three components. You present ideas, gain clarity on those ideas, and there's supposed to be some sort of plan for accountability. If you're missing the accountability part, then they're just ideas and you're likely not going to follow through. But when there's accountability, you naturally don't want to disappoint your mentors. You don't want to disappoint your people you're working with. So I guess the moral of the story, the thing that's coming out of here for you guys, is that there's any mentorship opportunity you invest in has to have this kind of structure. And literally, I've been over the past few months and over the next 6 months, I will be traveling every 2 weeks somewhere. Next week, I'm traveling to a Facebook certification program put on by the people that consult with the top marketers in the world, including digital marketer Frank Kern, etc., on Facebook advertising. I'm going with our traffic guy, Matt Barron. And we're going to sit there for a full week without any interruption to basically learn what is working right now with regards to Facebook advertising, and most importantly, how to scale ad campaigns for a multi-million-dollar company. And so, and then 2 weeks after that, I'm going to another event, and then another event. Some of those events are mine. Some of those events are things where I'm going as a student. And it's only this year that in recent memory, where I've chosen to basically just be aggressive with the mentoring I'm getting, because I'm seeing the result that's happening inside of our community, inside of Elite Marketing Pro. Bottom line is, we are at an all-time high here at EMP for new members, new customers, and it's a big part is actually a major part is thanks to our Elite Marketing Pro members. And also a big portion of it was the plans that were set in place at that Keith Cunningham mastermind, literally just about 2 months to a month and a half ago. And so for me, it just what motivated for me to do this live is to just convey to you the value of mentorship, the value of being able to have a forum to present your ideas, and also have other people give you ideas, gain clarity on those ideas, and have somebody hold you accountable. So hopefully, if you're watching this and this is something you wanna take part in, then you'll just basically go to the link in the description or go to elitemarketingpro.com and sign up for one of our newsletters. You're going to be presented with ideas on social media recruiting and ideas on how to build your business online using automation. And then you're going to have an opportunity to invest. You're going to have an opportunity to invest in my book for $27 or Julie Burke's social media recruiting course for $47. And included with that will actually be free mentorship. You'll get 3 one-on-one coaching calls with world-class coaching experts that will help you gain clarity on your path forward and actually hold you accountable. Those 3 calls are designed to hold you accountable, and it'll be a guided mentorship program. So if that's enticing to you, then we actually have that structure for beginners in place, so you don't have to invest $60,000 like I did back in the day, or even $30,000 for this one mastermind with Keith Cunningham. You have the opportunity right now for basically $27 to have ideas presented to you, gain clarity on your path forward through mentorship, and have that accountability built in place if you want it. And those of you who inside Elite Marketing Pro, you know we have higher levels of mentorship programs once you graduate from those levels. And I encourage you to push yourself to move into those higher level mentorship programs as quickly as you possibly can, so that you can continue to have that growth, that exponential growth, both personally and also in your business. So that's it for today, guys. I hope that was valuable. What's up, Lisa? How's it going? Robert, I wish I started with mentorship first. Robert, we'd love to have you, brother. All right, thanks Tracy, thanks James, really appreciate you guys being here. So that's it. So I just wanted to share a little bit about my mentorship experience recently, and it's going to be crazy. I'm going to be traveling so much over the next 6 months, leading right into No Excuses, and I'm seeing the growth, which is why I'm committing even further to mentorship from various mentors, and of course bringing all that back to you guys. So I look forward to actually sharing my experience out of that Facebook certification course, because obviously what I learn, I want to impart to you guys so that you guys can take your business to the next level, and all you have to do is be engaged with this community. So we will talk to you guys tomorrow or the rest of the week. Chef Katrina will be on with special guests. Please don't miss out on those. I certainly won't. So take care, everybody. Have an awesome day.